Welcome back to the Gilfoyle Show, where the code is clean, the VC money is green. Today we're talking about China's AI lab spewing open models faster than crypto startups in a bear market. MiniMax, Ernie, Kimi, Qwen. It's a bingo card of open source chaos. No, those aren't anime characters, although the fanboys might disagree. They're open models. Trained, tuned, dumped on Hugging Face like a GitHub repo your junior dev forgot to set to private. Buckle up. China's AI scene is in beast mode. One lab drops an open model, and the next day 3 others respond like it's Black Friday at a GPU store. First up, we've got MiniMax M1, released a month ago, but suddenly everyone's rediscovering it like it's the Radiohead of open models. You probably haven't used it, but it's genius. Then Moonshot AI, yeah, great name, zero chill. They dropped Kimi K2, which is apparently a trillion-parameter MoE monster that's smart, funny, and cheaper than an intern with GPT-4 access. And people are loving it. Hugging Face traffic exploded, their downloads doubled in like a week. Meanwhile, OpenAI makes you fill out a form to get an API key that charges you per hallucination. And let's not forget Qwen 3 from Alibaba Cloud. It's open, Apache licensed, supports dense and MoE formats, and somehow gets more attention from devs than Meta's Llama 4, but for real, this time. Oh, and Ernie, not the Muppet. This one's from Baidu. They're already on Ernie 445 and dropped Ernie X1, which allegedly reasons better than your average series of founder. Here's the twist. These aren't just headline models. They're actually annoyingly competitive. According to basically every benchmark that doesn't have a corporate lawyer attached, DeepSeek R1, Qwen, Kimi, and MiniMax are crushing it, especially for reasoning and coding. One report even says DeepSeek is beating the best US open-weight models since November 2024. It's like they optimize not just for performance, but also for trolling. Kimi, for example, is now seen as funnier and more human than Claude 3.5, which, let's be honest, sounds like a mid-range dishwasher. And because they're open weights, developers love them, academia loves them, startups love them, VCs pretend to love them while quietly investing in closed models and praying for a buyout. Meanwhile, while China's throwing weight files around like confetti at a launch party, what's happening in the US? Oh right, we can't open our models because safety. I mean, sure, safety matters. But you're telling me Kimi's open and harmless, but GPT-4 needs 3 layers of NDAs, OAuth logins, and a blood pact. Google's still trying to name their models something people remember. OpenAI is busy integrating ChatGPT into Slack like it's 2017. And Anthropic, well, Anthropic still thinks helpful, honest, harmless is a vibe, not a compliance checkbox. The open versus closed war is real. On one side, Chinese labs releasing full models, weights, docs, and tools. On the other, US giants saying, we have an API, don't forget to sign up for usage credits. So, how does this all play out? Here's my prediction, and by prediction I mean inevitable outcome that everyone sees coming. In the next 3 to 6 months, China dominates the open model market. You'll be running Kimi or Qwen on your local server because it's better, faster, and doesn't charge you 10 cents to write an email. Meanwhile, US companies will pretend to embrace open source by releasing sandbox versions. Think GPT-4 but with 30% of the weights missing, and a legal notice that says experimental, don't sue us. Or worse, they'll open source a model, but it'll require NVIDIA A100s, 512 GB of RAM, and a small animal sacrifice to run inference. Eventually, a few Western labs might cave. Maybe Meta gets serious with Llama 4.5. Maybe OpenAI drops a GPT Flex open model to stay cool with devs. But by then, the Chinese labs will have won the hearts, minds, and GitHub repos. So here we are. Chinese AI labs are treating open source like a national sport, and the West is stuck in the premium subscription era. The models are smart, the competition is real, and the developers? We just want weights we can run locally without selling a kidney. This has been the Gilfoyle Show. Tune in next week when I explain why every AI-powered startup is secretly a fancy LLM wrapper in disguise. Until then, stay cynical, trust your GPU, and remember, if your model isn't open, it's just another overpriced mystery box.